Okay, let me start this video off by saying that this entire video is going to be about illegal immigration and the problems that it's causing, not only with our economy, but elsewhere. Okay, before I begin, let me go ahead and say that if you're an illegal immigrant and you have any problems with what I say, like, maybe it isn't exactly what you think to be true, or you find it somehow offensive, go ahead and leave a remark, comment, video response, private email, although personally I'd prefer you do it in public. Alright, let's get started here. Okay, so here's the problem. Illegal immigrants are coming in, doing jobs, not paying taxes for the money that they get, and sending the money off to other countries, the countries of origin. In this case, I'm going to use Mexico as my example. So, if we have our economy set up in such a way, which we do, that people buy something, they receive an item, they give the money to the person that had the item originally, that person then has money which he can go spend elsewhere and get something that he needs. And it just gets cycled through the nation. People that need money, end up with it eventually because they make something or receive something from someone else or do something physically and then earn money for it. Okay, so when someone comes in from, say, Mexico and does work, gets money, doesn't pay taxes for the money that he receives, and sends the money off to Mexico, that money leaves our economy and goes to Mexico's economy and gets circulated around there. So anybody who has passed third grade or even, first or second grade should know that when you have money, a certain amount of money, and you take money away from that certain amount of money, you then have less money. Simple mathematics. Anyone should really understand this that's even watching this video right now. So, if we have less money from this circulating through our economy, that is not a good thing. Pretty simple, So more money is going off to Mexico every day, every year. And on top of the money that they're just sending randomly off to Mexico, we're also having problems because we're paying for their medical expenses. In fact, $25 billion a year in medical expenses for them. People coming in from different nations having pretty serious, some of them having pretty serious medical problems, taking up space in our hospitals. So, for example, if I had a broken arm and needed to come into the emergency room quickly to get it, fixed up so it wouldn't cause any more permanent damage to my body, I can't because there's some illegal immigrant that came in and has this disease that he had back in Mexico, got in Mexico, and has come over and taken up space in the emergency room. On top of the money that we're spending for medical expenses, they're also getting $2.2 billion a year with food assistance. And, see here, $12 billion a year spent on educating illegal immigrants' children. That's also decreasing the quality of the education that our children get in school. See a bit of a problem with this? I do. I mean, they can build their own schools. Why are they coming in and taking up ours? Why are we letting... Okay, let me clarify what I just said. I understand why they're coming in and taking up ours, but why are we letting them? That's the more, it's a more important question, because we need to be ending this. And we're not doing anything about it. They're just coming in, having children, sending them to our schools, decreasing the quality of education for our kids. Get people complaining all the time about how teachers aren't paid enough. We could solve the problem if we just deported the illegal immigrants. Okay, $3 million a day is spent to incarcerate illegal aliens. This specific statistic covers two sides of what I'm going to be talking about on this video. One of them, economy. That's a pretty big one. $3 million a day is a lot of money. And then the other side of that is that they're coming in and committing crimes. Like, not only are they just coming in illegally in the first place, and, that's a crime in and of itself, but then, on top of that, they are doing other crimes and breaking our laws. It's just not good. 30% of all federal prison inmates are illegal aliens. Does anyone see a problem with this? I really do. I mean, 30% of all federal prison inmates are illegal aliens. I'll just repeat that for you. So not only are they coming in, breaking our laws more than once just by coming in, and then committing more crimes, getting sent to a federal prison, we're keeping them in our prison. What's wrong with this? I see a lot of problems with it. First of all, why don't we send them out of the country when they commit crimes instead of keeping them here in our country and paying $3 million a day for all of them to be here in our prisons? That costs a lot of money to keep them here. Okay. This is the scariest statistic I came over. And I find this really sad, really alarming, and really annoying all at the same time. 48,000 U.S. citizens have been murdered by illegal aliens since 9/11, 2001. That's a lot of people that are killed by this problem. And you'd think we would have woken up a little bit sooner about this, because if we're getting that many people killed in our country, that's not a good thing in any way. They're coming in and killing our people and multiplying more of theirs. Coming in, doing jobs, sending money back to Mexico, committing other crimes, taking up space in our hospitals, prisons, not paying taxes. All this together paints a very horrible picture. Okay, so here's my opinion on this. My main point. When they come up into these huge rallies for illegal immigrants' rights, which they don't even have the right to be holding these big protests in our streets anyways, who told them that they did? That we shouldn't even be allowing them to do that, because those rights that we have in the Bill of Rights, those are for U.S. citizens, not for people who come in illegally. So when they do hold these big rallies in our streets, all these people all together, all these illegal immigrants in one place, why are we not arresting them and sending them back to their country? Why are we not getting big trucks out there, filling them up with these people and putting them back on their country? Because they don't have rights here. They're not supposed to. They have rights as humans, and that's it. When I get online and find statistics about 48,000 U.S. citizens getting murdered, and then also find videos of these huge rallies of people that are coming in and, then declaring that they have rights, it makes me really want to do something about it. And if you don't understand why, and if you're a liberal and you don't agree with me, or if you're a liberal and just, don't understand what I'm talking about, if you're a Republican and don't agree with me, or a Republican and understand what I'm talking about, you need to do some serious research and find out exactly what's going on. Because I do not approve of them coming in these big protests and holding up communist and Mexican flags and burning American ones. we need to get serious about